Welcome, my love light lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach. Today we're talking about mental pivoting. Do you even know what that is? That's something I didn't know what it was. But after a while, after figuring out what it was, I found out it's really good for raising your vibration. So let me know in the comments, do you know what it is before you come to this video? Welcome to my returning subscribers, to everyone who's just turned up today, just now. If you turned up today, just now, this is for you. Hello, love you. Thank you for coming and chatting with me. We're talking about manifesting 100 times faster than before. One of the things, this powerful secret that I'm talking about here today is it's a process called pivoting. And pivoting can be extremely powerful if you do it right. And so what pivoting or mental pivoting is when we catch ourselves in a negative thought, in a negative feeling usually. Here's a little hint for you. Don't go around. I don't care how law of attraction you think you are. Don't go around trying to watch your thoughts all the time. You will go insane. You will go crazy. They will put you in a loony bin. Okay? What you're looking for is the emotion. Just being sensitive to that emotion. When you catch yourself in that negative feeling thought, in other words, you go, I feel really, why? The good news is that it's never because of something that happened to you. That's the story you're going to tell yourself when you go, why do I feel bad? Well, it's because that lady down at the shops, she yelled at me. And ever since then, I've been feeling pretty bad about myself because no one likes getting yelled at, and it's her fault. It's her fault that she yelled at me, and now I feel bad. But the truth is, you don't feel bad because she yelled at you. You feel bad because of what story your mind told you about her yelling at you. What that meant to you is causing your emotions. The thought about what happened is causing your emotions, not the actual incident. And it's a really important thing to distinguish between the two, because you can't change whether or not the lady at the shops yells at you. Because the lady at the shops is going to do what the lady at the shops wants to do. You have no control over that. What you do have control over is what you think about the lady down at the shops who is yelling at you. Now you might think to yourself, okay, well, what do I think? And this is part of the pivoting process. What do I think about this lady who yelled at me? Well, I think she's inconsiderate, and I think that she's rude, and I think that the things that she was saying were wrong. Now, that may be true to you, but let's dig a little deeper, because that's not enough to make you feel crappy for the rest of the day. What's usually made you feel crappy for the rest of the day is because you feel like something that she has said might be maybe true, or so untrue, or that maybe there's a belief that if somebody else thinks something of you, that it somehow must be true. In other words, if you know 100% that this person is talking absolute and utter bull, it doesn't really worry you. What worries you is when their negative view of you is something you believe will impact you negatively. So sometimes it is that we fear that what they're saying is true. You're a bad person. Well, if I'm a bad person, then I've been told, my belief is that bad things will happen to me if I'm a bad person. And no one will like me because no one likes bad people. And I might even go to jail because bad people go to jail. You know, these things are all happening in the back of our minds, in our subconscious minds, without us knowing this is the programming and this is what's happening. There is a reason why you feel bad about the lady yelling at you. It also may just be that when someone yells at you, we've got an association. What did our parents do to us when we were bad as children? They yelled at us. So that bad feeling is coming from all of these thoughts, some of them you're aware of, some of them you're not, but these thoughts about what this means that this lady yelled at you. And when you pivot, you take that thought and you spin it. So if you haven't got a really huge momentum of it, so you've picked it up pretty quick, so you were down the shops and you came back from the shops and you went to sit down to start your work again or to have lunch, and you thought, why am I feeling a bit crappy right now? And you realize it was the lady at the shops, so you have jumped onto it really quickly now. And you're saying, well, what can I think about that will feel somewhat better? And so maybe depending on your momentum, you may have to go with something like, I don't care about her. Her opinion doesn't matter. She ain't beep anyway. You might have to go with something like that, because you can't just create a new momentum in the midst of this. What you're looking for is a belief that you already hold that has about the same or just a little bit more momentum as the thought that you've got that's going in the wrong direction. So you might be able to just say, hey, look, who's going to be listening to her anyway? Nobody's listening to the lady from the shops. It's not like she has any weight over my life. Just because she yelled at me doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I know I'm a good person, okay? Eventually, you can get enough momentum in a positive direction that you might actually be able to turn around and say something along the lines of, you know what, lady at the shops must have been having a crappy day. You know what, I've been there. I've had crappy days. I hope lady at the shops has a good day. I hope her day gets better. I hope tomorrow is 100% better for crabby lady at the shops. Okay? Now, why would you go there? Like, most people think, well, why should I have nice thoughts about a mean lady? I'm just not going to listen to her. And the difference is, because when you pivot, the momentum, that negative, that counteracting of that negative feeling, so when you're bringing yourself around to the more positive side of the spectrum, are you just going to stop at just above zero, or do you want to go as good as you can possibly feel? Because just letting it go and just chalking it up to she's mean will make you feel slightly better. What will make you feel amazing is saying, I hope she has a great day tomorrow, or I hope her day gets better. I hope something happens in her day that makes her smile. And it's not, you've got to actually feel that. You've actually got to believe that, because that pivot is wildly successful, and it will make you feel gooey and great inside, and you'll be like, yeah, I hope she has a great day. That'll make you feel really good versus, okay, a minute ago she had me feeling like absolute poo on the bottom of someone's shoe. So bad that I'm making bad rhymes. So this is what pivoting is. And if you don't let your momentum go too far, if you can catch it in the earlier stages, you can use this pivoting technique to actually just switch, and you will spend so much more of your time in a positive, attracting place. That's how powerful it is. Hope you've enjoyed our video today. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.